Hari Om. We are studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, Slokas 71 and 72. The Slokas 71 and 72 are the last two slokas in this chapter.
ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे साङ्ख्ययोगो नाम द्वितीयोऽध्यायः।
The slokas 71 and 72 are the final slokas of Chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga. Many commentators believe that these slokas summarizes and explains the path of renunciation. We already are aware that this chapter is the summary of the entire Bhagavad Gita. Sloka 71. Vihaya kamanyah sarvan पुमांश्चरति निःस्पृहः निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः स शान्तिमधिगच्छति. Summary Sloka 71. Bhagavan said, a man who abandons all desires, moves about without attraction to sense objects, without ego, a sense of I-ness and my-ness, alone can attain peace. In Sloka 71, Bhagavan Sri Krishna shows the path of renunciation to Arjuna. He explains that a man who has no desires and no attraction will discover real peace in one's self. Such a person intellect is without I-ness and my-ness. Ahankara, that is ego, is I-ness. Example, I did this work, I am good in writing, etc. My-ness or mamaha is attachment and possessions. Example, this book is mine, this is my house. Ego is the cause of sense attachments and possessions. And a man of wisdom or man of self realization abandons all desires and moves about without any attraction, without any sense of ego, that is I-ness and minus, and he is the only one who attains the maximum internal peace. Swami Chinmayananda states that the Slokas 71 is a sum total of advices to us that all our sufferings in this world are caused by our egocentric misconceptions to acquire endless desires. Swami Sarvapriyananda, in his discourse, states that we need to understand what we mean when we say ego. He explains that ego or I-ness is a feeling in the mind. All egocentric ideas originates in the mind. When we sleep, there is no ego. When we focus on a particular piece of work or we are in deep concentration, ego disappears. He further indicates that ego is not consciousness.
Sloka 72. एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ नैनां प्राप्य विमुह्यति स्थित्वा स्यामन्तकालेऽपि ब्रह्मनिर्वाणमृच्छति.
Summary Sloka 72. O Partha, this is the state of Brahman. None is deluded after attaining this state. Being established in therein, even at the time of death, one can attain to oneness with the Brahman. Bhagavan Sri Krishna reveals the state of realization in Sloka 72, which is called selfhood or Brahmistiti. Bhagavan further adds that one who knows Brahman is the Brahman. The essence of Brahman is that it is in everything, all pervading and eternal. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says that even at the end of life, on the deathbed, if one realizes the self, gains the state of Brahman, and he attains liberation, that is moksha. Swami Shankaracharya beautifully explains that a man of renunciation who abandons all desires, contented with the bare necessities of life, who regards body, mind, and intellect as his, not of his knowledge, a man of steady wisdom who knows Brahman attains peace, that is nirvana, and end all miseries of samsara. Finally, he becomes Brahman. Swami Sarvapriyananda states that each one of us are Brahman. The state of enlightenment is possible for all of us right here in this life, but we do not realize it. Brahman is the reality. Once you realize the self, no going back to samsara. The ignorance is replaced with the knowledge that is final, and the ignorance will not come back in your life. Swami Nikhilananda, in his discourse on this sloka 72, discussed the need for a shift in paradigm in all of us. He advises that all of us need to have a higher goal of knowing oneself in this life, as we discussed before. He gives an example of the space within us is the same in all others and the same in the cosmos. Hence, one is in all in this world and all are in one's own self. He further adds that the cosmic form of the life is Brahman and the individual is being, or individual being is Atman, the self. A realized person, the individual will not have any more delusions and confusions. He continues to be in the state of Brahmasthiti. Upanishads declare that negation of the false and assertion of the true is the path for recognizing and realization of the self or God by every being. Hari Om. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Sastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Sankhya Yogo Nama Dvitiyodhyayah.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः